Ilkley Grammar is situated between Bradford and Leeds. It has pride values and it sort of pushes those values as much as it can, and it always is asking students to demonstrate their personal best. In 2022, we had a sort of full-time alternative provision site, which is the building that it is now, and that was for a number of students that were there full-time, and there was 3 members of staff sort of supporting and running that, including sort of teachers coming in from the mainstream side teaching these students in small groups. At the end of that year, a lot of those students were in year 11 at that time, so once they all left, we didn't actually need that sort of full-time provision in place. We've got still a number of year 11s now who would have been in year 9 and have moved through to sort of be following our alternative provision pathway, which is situated a lot of the time in that space, but it's also sort of situated around school in different areas. And then we're using EDClass at the moment as a way to supplement where we've got sort of staffing requirements elsewhere to sort of support with subjects like science, where we don't have as many staff in science, so we're using EDClass to sort of supplement the curriculum in those areas where we don't have the staffing. The fact that it's not a one-size-fits-all service is really sort of important to me as the person that sort of is overseeing how we use that. It means that I can easily email or call my account manager and say, this is kind of what we're thinking, this is what we'd love to be able to do, and they find a way to do that, and to take all of that work off of my day-to-day responsibilities is really invaluable, because it means I can spend more time with the students that I'm working with rather than doing admin tasks. So it really is unique in that aspect. We do have a number of students who use it at home. We have a number of students who are emotional-based school avoidance students with high anxieties, so it gives us an option where, if it's not going to plan as we hope it would, can offer sort of some time where they're doing it at home instead of doing it on site, to just sort of help with what their needs are. EDClass has been really helpful for us at Ilkley through its safeguarding procedures. We've had one case recently where a student using EDClass Plus in school, on site, and there's the sort of safeguarding questionnaire at the beginning. He's accidentally clicked, and one of the questions, it's, do you feel safe? He's accidentally clicked no, and the response from EDClass was immediate. I think from everybody in the school, we were really happy with that response. I think it was a really amazing response that EDClass called the school immediately. So that aspect of it, as it is a safeguarded service, has been really amazing to see in practice. I actually think that the beauty of it is in a lot is in the independent learning side of things, and my sort of main aim going forwards is, how do we implement that independent learning resource to the wider school? As we go on, we're seeing that internal alternative provisions are kind of essential in one form or another, because there are always students, and as the years go on, there are more and more students that struggle to come into school, struggle to regulate, struggle to keep up with the sort of hustle and bustle of the day, and they need a more bespoke provision. EDClass is an option that is really unique in that it offers those students to be able to learn where they're comfortable and in a way that they're comfortable. I think having that option for us just means that we have such a more diverse approach to how we can create bespoke plans for every single student. Having EDClass means that, again, we can just be more flexible and cater to their needs exactly how they need that to be catered for, and that's really invaluable. It isn't a service that school has to mould around. It's a service that moulds around the school and their needs, and I think that is refreshing to work with a company that does that, because EDClass is so flexible, and it's just that speed of change is just really, really, really great. I would definitely recommend EDClass to any school that's developing an internal alternate provision, or who is struggling with students with those additional needs, just because of how flexible it is and how well they work with the school that they're supporting, and trying to cater to the school's needs and the students' needs.